Hey guys, what's up? It's Shla, welcoming back, to another rare special episode of Walks with Shla. Like I said, I don't really think that there's gonna be any of these for a very long time, and I never even got to set up the iPhone SE 3rd gen, so it's weather depending, of course, but I have a feeling there will not be a walk switch law for anymore. This could be the last one for a while. Something I'm pretty happy to hear is apparently GPT is also doing one of these year wrap things, and I was in the top 1% of messages sent, and I'm pretty happy about that. When I actually scrutinized it, GPT is estimating I'm probably more in the top 0.5% of total messages sent to GPT. And yeah, I mean, it makes sense. But I think what's more important of a showcase is the level of depth as well to my messages, because it's not like I'm just doing a bunch of short messages. Like, they don't have total characters, which is kind of annoying. Like, okay, how many letters did you send? Because I'm pretty sure if they were counting that, I'd really, it's interesting to think about, but I would probably be, I literally could be like within the top 0.01%. I'm almost certain, with all my like transcripts that I pasted in there, and not even just transcripts. I mean, for a while, I was just talking into it, or even when I would type, I would sometimes type like these pretty long chunks of, again, pretty deep things. Like, I wonder if you look at the other top GPT users, I don't really feel like their composition of, I don't know, theories or content is even going to be remotely in the same league as what I was doing, if that makes any sense. Like, there's just no, I refuse to believe it. So, even though that's what it says truthfully, I don't know. Granted, I have been using it a lot less. It says that June was the most messages I had ever sent, and I think that tracks. So it's been obviously like a long time since then. For a while, I wasn't really using it as much, but I mean, it's definitely my most used piece of tech. GPT easily. Like, my most used software. I like to learn. I have a lot of questions that I think of asking, and I look them up, and AI has been an amazing asset to my life. It's just sad a lot of people don't even get to GPT, because TikTok is a brighter and more enticing and more stimulating option for most humans. They can't even reach GPT. But for me, I really like the text. And so, in a way, it's reinvigorated my love for reading GPT. That's kind of why I wanted to get an Android e-reader. But alas, did not end up doing that. But I probably should at some point. I know they're probably coming out with better ones now anyway. So it's probably for the better that I waited. I think it's probably for the better. Now, anyways, what I wanted to talk about, and I don't know if I've directly said this on the show before, but they make, like, to me, they make all the wrong kind of coats and jackets. So, and it doesn't really make any sense. Like, they have coats, and then they have vests. And I don't understand that. Like, why would you want a vest without sleeves? Like, the sleeves are the most important part, especially, like the elbow down. That's like the elbow down, and obviously the fingertips are the most critical part to be worn. So I don't really get what the point of a vest is. Maybe it's just some stupid fashion idea some random human came up with, because I would never want my core covered, you know? That's why I can't, like, I even now, like, I have a coat on, but I have a short sleeve shirt and the coat's open, because if I zipper up the coat, it just gets way too hot. Like, I can't even breathe through that. So that's why I want to get a merino wool enclosure for myself, but they've been out of stock now, and I don't really think I'm ready to buy it, especially now that I like tanked my finances. I also wanted to get the Apple Card, but I don't know that my credit's good enough right now because my utilization's high, because I just wasn't, well, I was paying it off before a fee would accrue, but I wasn't paying it off because I realized it's advantageous to do so. But I guess I just started doing that a little too early, because basically if I push all my purchases out and leave them on credit for as long as possible, my interest bearing account can obviously have more money in it. So I do make slightly more money. And it's just worth doing. Like, there's no reason not to do that. It's just that a lot of my credit limits are like way too low. Like, I really don't understand why they're giving me such a low credit limit, because it's very annoying and frustrating. But anyways, yeah, my utilization is relatively high, and I don't know that they will accept me for the Apple Card. And the reason why the Apple Card, well, it's the optimal way to purchase from that website, the website where I get my wool clothing from. It doesn't offer PayPal, so I can't use my PayPal credit card to get the 3%, but I could use Apple Pay, which would give me Apple Pay's 3% cash back. So that's why I need Apple Pay. I mean, it's useful to have. I wanted the Apple Card. I tried applying for it, but they denied me, and it's just all stupid, because like financially I'm doing great in terms of, like, you can definitely give me 1,000 or whatever credit limit. Like, I should have like $5,000 credit limits. I don't understand why they're coming at me like not accepting the card. I mean, I know why. It's because I started doing the utilization thing, and I know it's not good for the credit, but I just figured I would just do it temporarily, and then, but I don't know. It's pretty annoying. I'm not I'm not super thrilled about. It's just it's just a frustrating thing, because I really need that Apple Card, and I'm gonna apply for it, but I don't think I'm gonna get it, and then that's gonna be very frustrating, because I've been overdue with getting more wool things, and it's just, I mean, it's frustrating. It's terrible, That's just all I really have to say about that. I also am in need of some new shoes at this point, really. My shoes are starting to fall apart, and yeah, I'm not really sure. I have these Hoka shoes, which I do like a lot. The build quality was fantastic on them, and the cushioning was nice, but honestly, I don't really know how to explain it. Like, they feel a little bit weird on my feet, probably just because of how thick the sole is, but I also think it's like the material of the sole. I'm not really sure, but I'm very impressed with how they fit my feet. Like, they fit my feet very well. It's not even really the sole as much as it's just how they fit my feet. But I've had them for not even a year, and they're already starting to kind of fray a little bit, which is pretty disappointing. But, I don't know what I can really do about it. It's just like one of those things, I don't know. And, yeah, I mean, I'm trying here, but what can you do? I don't know. So probably should look into shoes as well. Like, there's just so many costs, and I already spent so much money, but it's not done. I mean, I've been in need of these newer wool clothes for a long time, and I don't know. It's like really frustrating, because I'm trying to do the right thing. Well, I mean, I guess you could argue I'm not really doing the right thing with this recent purchase that I made. But yeah, it's like it's I'm doing something. I don't know. I'm doing something. So it's gonna take a while. I mean, my financial goals, they're really in limbo, but I'm very frustrated about the Apple Card thing. I would like to get it, but I have a feeling they're not going to accept it. And it's because of now, bear in mind, my utilization is still under 30%. So it's like really stupid how much they scrutinize you for that. In my opinion, I don't even think utilization should be that big of a score swinger, but it really swings your score. And I think personally they just do that because they don't want you to do what I'm doing, because it probably like costs them extra money, I'm assuming, if you stretch out the payment. Because honestly, I don't know why it would matter whether your utilization is high. Like, what if my utilization was like 70%, but I still had 0 late payments? I don't know. There's no risk. So I almost think they just do that to try to like punish people, because they don't really want people to carry that much of a balance. Because again, I'm assuming it hurts them for me to carry a balance. I'm assuming it costs them like extra money than if I just like pay it off right away. I'm assuming that is better for them than doing what I do. So I'm just making a bunch of assumptions, but I think I'm like onto something. I think they just artificially don't like that high utilization, because it's kind of gaming the system. I know they're going to say it's due to, risk, this and that, but like I said, it really shouldn't matter if somebody has high utilization if they have a flawless payment history. Like, I've never had a late payment on anything, so it shouldn't really matter. Like, as long as your payments are getting made on time, why would that prevent me from getting the card, So a lot of frustration, but Apple's running this promo, and it's going to end January 12th, and then I don't really know when it's going to come back. So it's just frustrating, because again, I'm really trying to do these purchases, and I'm like not really able to do it. And I guess I should have gotten the Apple Card sooner, but alas, I did not. So just another frustration with the world. And in a year, everything's going to be totally fine. I'm going to be able to get like whatever I want. I'm certain of that. It's just we're in the beginning of the building credit, which it's just terrible. Like, you can't really do anything. So I don't really know. It's just such a scammy and weird industry. Like, it's like they want people to be late, but then they also won't give people cards who aren't going to pay them back. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Like, if you're trying to rip people off, shouldn't you approve more credit cards? I don't know. To me, it just seems like such a silly, like, crazy situation, because they do rip people off. I'm sure they do accept some people who don't end up paying, But then it's like I got declined for a lot of things where I could pay it. It's just such a joke. It's all just like a huge joke. And yeah, I guess I don't really have too much else to say about that, Yeah, but yeah, it's all just a big joke. And I don't know. It's kind of a rough start, I think, to this year. This year is, I don't really know. I mean, I guess it's an exciting year because we're starting to see some headway with technology, but it's just, I don't know. You know what I mean? I just don't know. And yeah, it's just a crazy situation. I don't really know what else to say or mention about it. I don't know about my decision making, and yeah, but I don't know. But yeah, it's a shame we will not be able to do the walk switch law anymore due to the weather. Like I said, it's possible we might get one more walk switch law, but I would not hold your breath about that. Assume that this is going to be the last walk switch law, and it's just going to be back to car ride switch law. And look, if things work out with the weather, then you'll be back. But yeah, I mean, it is just really stupid, like the whole credit thing. And I wouldn't have to deal with any of this if I just got a credit card early. But I didn't do that because I didn't really know how easy it was. And if I had, I would have done it a lot sooner. But I don't know, you hear so many people make these like stupid things like, don't get credit cards, cut the card. And it's such stupid advice. So you just like hear that stuff, and then I don't know, I just didn't look into it enough. I heard about the secured cards, but I just didn't know it was that easy to just get one. And then I think at the time I just didn't really care or know. I try to tell people about credit and building their credit. They don't even care. I mean, if somebody had came to me, and the other thing too is I would have maxed out the deposit. Like, I didn't do that, and I really regret it. I just, again, even when I got it, like, I'm so much more of an adult now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I would have known what I known, I would have maxed that thing. I would have just dumped all the money the secure deposit would have allowed, because I know how important that is now. But like at the time, I just put it somewhere in the middle, but that was stupid. That was a mistake. You know what I mean? It was a huge mistake, and I'm still like in pain from that, because I've been getting all these low credit limits, and it's just so stupid. Like, I need bigger limits. And there's no reason, like, there's no risk. I'm like such a low risk guy for these companies, and they just don't want to give me stuff. So I don't know. Of course it's frustrating, but it's like, this is just the way of the world, I guess. I mean, there's all these silly systems that don't work correctly, and I don't know. It's silly. That's really what it is. It's just a big joke, and I'm trying to abuse the system. And I mean, hey, I guess it's working in their favor, because yeah, wow, I have not seen that before. I don't know if that's like some custom paid account, but paint a coat. What am I saying? Coat of paint. I can't believe I just said that. Paint a coat. This coat of paint, like, I saw this Acura MDX drive by, and it had such a vibrant, magnificent shade of red. I mean, it was gorgeous. I think that was probably the best shade of red I've ever seen, and the logos and everything else was blacked out. I wonder if that was a custom red, or if Acura is actually selling that on the car, because if Acura is, I mean, that's very, wow. That just really blew me away, that MDX. That was really, I can't believe that. it just looked, I mean, that might have been like one of the best paint jobs and best shades of red I've seen. It was so vibrant. It was it was amazing. And like I said, the finishing touch of like the blacked out Acura logo and MDX badging on the back. I mean, that's, I don't know. I think that was pretty impressive. I hope they're just offering that, because I might be, no, I'm joking. I can't afford that. But yeah, I don't think I could afford it. I mean, I could probably, I actually, no, I think the MDX is probably too expensive. But I'm saying, like, I might, if I put every dollar I have into it, I might be able to do like a payment, but that would not be something I would do. I don't have enough money for that. But that was really a gorgeous red. I can't believe that. So yeah, I'm curious to look that up. Curious to look up about if they're offering that like super magnificent, vibrant red. Maybe it's like a new coat of paint. Maybe they have it on other Acuras. I don't know. But not like the hugest fan of Acura, but I always loved their logo. So I think some of their designs are okay, but I kind of have a hunch that was like a custom job or something. I have a hunch, because that was really such a powerful paint job. I can't even believe what I saw. Like, that had me turning my head. You know, that I did like a double take on that car. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I wish I would have gotten footage of it or something, but I don't even think in footage it would capture its true magnificence. So yeah, it's just like such a crazy situation. But anyways, I do think that it has been schla, and now it's time to buy schla. So see you schla.